Yeah. UTM recap show. Fantasy League, baby. Your other Fantasy League's commissioner's favorite commissioner. Cuban highlight film. Good. Alright. So let's do the recap. 4 of the 6 matchups were fantasy blowouts. No competition. So the next segment's gonna be called When Fantasy Teams Attack. First attack. The Commish Cuban highlight film versus Metropolis Marauders. Now I remember last year there was a team named Meadowlands Marauders. That was my team. So you decided to call your team this year Metropolis Marauders. Payback. 118 to 84, 34-point deficit. Victory for the Commish. A-Raj, Miles Austin, 1-2 punch. 30 points for A-Raj, 17 for Austin. Jeff Portis with 15 in the flex position with 2 TDs. Tony Romo neutralized by Miles Austin. Fantasy dud. MJD. Not this week, MJ. Not this week, Jeff. Next matchup. Team Good Life, my god brother, versus People's Champs. I'm having a hard time saying champs with your team in the same sentence, Jeff. It's not looking pretty. Second week in a row with the lowest point total. 54 points. Team Good Life, 108. Drew Brees with 23. Reggie Wayne 17. Clark 15. Pickup of the week, Mark Clayton, 2 touchdowns. Jeff, you get the Inez Saints Award of the week. We see you in the week's matchup. It's kind of hard to take you seriously. Next matchup, No Mercy versus PR Rookie. No Mercy was like a Hell in a Cell, Tables, Ladders, and match. Iron Man match. It was crazy. 138-72. 66 points. Second highest deficit of the week. Rivers, Gates, double whammy action. PR Rookie led the way with Moreno with 18. What can we say? Held a Monday night news conference with the team, addressing the league. You won't be ridiculed by the Commish if you win this next week. UTM Team Slayer versus Trap Stars. Fantasy UTM Super Bowl rematch. Didn't live up to the hype. It was more like a massacre. 154 to 61. Oh God. 92 points. Second week in a row. Fantasy blowout for Trap Stars. Second week in a row. UTM Team Slayer with the best player of the week. This time, Javad Best, 44 points. Frank Gore, 30 points. What can you do, man? He made a statement, didn't want to interview. Trap Stars Eugene, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Well, it might have finished before it's even started. The only two competitive matchups of the week. First one was decided Sunday night. Changing Diapers, Ivan versus 9th draft pick. 88-84, slim margin of victory. McNabb Forte, Ray Rice for Changing Diapers. 9th draft pick with Deshaun and Steven Jackson. His dud was Hines Ward. What are you going to do? It happens. Each team had some good guys on the bench producing. It could have went either way. The last marquee matchup, like I called it, came down to the wire, decided by a 2-point conversion after it had to be reviewed when it was originally ruled incomplete. 4th down. Overturned. Dramatic fashion. The reel is back. 120, 118. Asnardo with the fantasy QB of the week. Matt Schaub almost threw up a Fortune 500. 3 touchdowns. 39. Steelers defense of the week. 28 points. Adrian Peterson, 25 points. Mega numbers. Gridiron Giants, tough loss. Peyton Manning, always a producer. Andre Johnson couldn't neutralize Matt Schaub. Almost had double the points. 26 points with the game-winning touchdown. Still couldn't do it. 1-1. The Silent Assassin Creed's Bowl comes to an end. UTM, stay tuned to next week. I just saw this videotape with a bunch of static on it. Oh no!